Well, continuing on with this fiasco. Oh, sometimes I'm my own worst enemy. Actually, almost all the time I'm my own worst enemy. What I discovered was I actually been playing with it and actually got it to, it was getting better. Still not good. But anyway, you can see back there, 2 pipe plugs. One on the carb that I spotted about a week ago and that I left open when I did the carb, when I put a kit in it and cleaned it all up. So that didn't help. And then the one on the intake I just spotted, because as I was trying to fire it, I was seeing little blue flames every once in a while. So those are both plugged. I cobbled up a PCV deal for the rear carb. So we'll see if that helps. That's actually, I think it's a Dorman. What the hell's the Dorman number? What do we got? 47028. It's actually 2 different, it's molded rubber, 2 different sizes on each, or 1 different size on each end. And then that is a copper plumbing. I think that's 3/8 down to 1/4 inch. So I could get it onto the PCV valve there. So, advice on Fabo as far as the tweaking of the carbs was basically front carb, back the idle screw all the way out. So basically there is no idle. And what else? Oh, idle air mixtures screwed all the way in. So I also had to cobble up. Oh, there goes that frickin' compressor. Oh, we'll shut that off. There. So I had to cobble up because I couldn't get much swing out of the distributor. So, plus the coil wire, when the coil was mounted vertically, was just brutal. So I cobbled up and made a bracket. I don't know if you can see. I also cut a slot in the bracket so that the hose, vacuum advance hose, right there, actually goes right through that slot down in there, then through to the vacuum advance. It's plugged for now. So let's see what this dirty little bitch is gonna do now. I had it going earlier, but I had to keep constantly feathering the fuel. Oh, and I also had to make a bracket there for the throttle return spring for the rear carb. Front one I just did there. So now let's see what the hell's gonna happen here. I'll give it a little itty bitty bit. We'll see. And I've got to put for my remote solenoid, this frickin' $5 part I made, the remote starter's been a godsend. Wow, that prick's idling on its own actually. I hear a whack. There. That's the front PCV port, or the PCV port on the front carb. So, I'll show you the hood just so you can see how much. Well, it's not really shaking a hell of a lot now. It was shaking a bit. You can see the engine, but I'll grab a cap. Let's see. Those in the front car, basically what I've been told is mainly for wide open, but we'll see. I don't know. This is all new to me. I just thought. So I got to get the vacuum gauge hooked to it, and yeah, get the vacuum gauge so I can get the idle set properly. I guess on the rear car because it's the main one, right? But whoa, they're a little too much at that point. But let's try her again. Wow. That's a world of difference. I'm my own worst enemy. The frickin' 2 plugs at the back. The one in the carb, and then the one I just discovered tonight on the back of the intake I forgot all about. Then hooking the PCV up helped as well. And then I've just got the fuel lines are just cobbled because my flared Nycop were leaking like bastards. So well, Jesus, at least it's might not be idling the greatest, but at least it's chugging on its own. Probably needs a little bit. I'm gonna tweak those out just to short and curly on the idle mixture screws. Try and give it a little more fuel. Back nose out and then dial the curb idle in. I don't know if it's helping or not, but just because it seems to level out when I give it. Yeah, and I don't have a tack hooked up. Well, the tack's in the car, but I don't have a tack hooked up here, so. Hey, at least that's a little bit of success. Yeah, both throttle return springs are working, the carbs are both back, so that's not bad. I don't think, anyway. A welcome sound a little bit. Thanks all. Yeah. Whistling bit.